It's wonderful to be back here again, reflecting on the legacy of Stella Reekie in a newly reopened St Mungo's Museum. Decades ago, Stella realised the importance of spaces such as this. Spaces where people from different religious communities can come together on an equal footing to share their beliefs and practices and their perspectives on issues that affect us all. St Mungo's is just such a space.
She was an amazing woman, really, who was an inspiration through her commitment and her dedication to interfaith, but also to community relations.
Over 40 years I've been involved in interfaith work and community relations, and I think I wouldn't have been involved in all that if it hadn't been for Stella. So a shining example and inspiration.
Stella Reekie was an amazing person who could get things done. She was a person full of spirits, full of ideas.
She set the tone and the direction for my adult life. She was the kind of living example of what interfaith was. She could really see into the heart of people and in a very non-judgmental way and bring out the absolute best in you.
My first memory of her was meeting her at the International flat, going up to the first floor flat, knocking on the door, and this very elegant woman with white hair in a bun, the grey uniform of the Deaconesses of the Church of Scotland, put out both her hands, drew me in and said, "You will be on my committee, won't you?" Well, I kind of suspect I've been in her committee ever since.
When Stella grabbed me at the International flat, that's when everything started. And it made me that I had a purpose to live in life, and I would come and stay in Glasgow because my family was here.
The more we can do to break down barriers of misunderstanding and build mutual appreciation of one another's faiths is absolutely important. I think it was Hans Küng, a well-known Catholic theologian, said there will be no peace among the nations without peace among the religions.
That we now recognise that no matter what our religion, what our culture, what our nationality, we are all citizens of Scotland.
We're all together and we have got same blood and we're same people. The interfaith work is very important.
And being able to live together with a degree of understanding and empathy and affection and interest, interfaith relations are absolutely essential to life in the 21st century.
And I said, if I wasn't with Stella, I wouldn't have learned what I've learned now.
I think the continuation of interfaith work in Glasgow, Interfaith Glasgow, all the different interfaith groups that are scattered around Scotland, a lot of that would not have happened if it hadn't been for the pioneering work that Stella had done.
And Interfaith Glasgow definitely, stands on the shoulders of Stella and continues her work in a marvellous way.
Stella, partly because of her experience of the early days after the liberation of Belsen, was more aware than most of the risks of not committing ourselves to promoting positive interfaith relationships and striving for a more equal society. But she also shows us that interfaith work, far from being a chore, is a complete delight, leading to new ways of seeing, deepening mutual relationships, and ultimately a greater understanding of what it means to be human and to live well with other humans. Long may her legacy continue.
Well, Stella Reekie used to sit on my shoulder when I was kind of involved in interfaith, and what she said to me was, "Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep up this work because it's such important work."
That was her favourite word. I think those were her favourite words, and she said, "You can't give up. You cannot give up."